Hey guys, how you doing? So I'm gonna go over the Red Book today. It's a really good resource for coin collecting, getting values, mintages, all sorts of good stuff, right? We have a nice little piece dollars and everything laid out. Good background stuff, right? So this is the 2022 latest edition of the time, 75th edition. Cool book to have. It's a really good thing to have if you collect coins, right? So set that aside. Here, for example, we have Flying Eagle Cent. But real quick, this book has all sorts of coins. It's got colonials up to like the newest stuff, based off of the current prices of metals. So, for example, if like silver is $24 when this book was made, then the minimum of 1 ounce thing of silver would be here, a coin would be like $24, and then some with like the premium. All right, but to get into it, so you have the Flying Eagle Cent, for example, right? You see 1956. It shows you the mintages, or how many were made basically in 1956. Only 1 to 1500. So that's why these are so expensive. Now, the prices for the Red Book is not always 100% accurate. For like better prices on something, you could go to like the PCGS website and they'll show you what coins were sold at auction for what prices, and they'll take like an average, I believe. Or you can go to Graysheet. Graysheet is updated every month. This is updated every year. So that's another good resource. Or you can just go and browse and see what coins have sold for on eBay. So the prices are good though. I mean, it's not. I mean, I've seen 1857 very good condition Flying Eagle cents sell for $40 all the time. Yeah, so they're not crazy. And it shows you varieties, right? It won't show you every single variety, like the PCGS website or a couple other websites, but it shows you some. So you got the 8/7, small letters, and then it shows you examples. Like this is an example of an 8/7 of what to look for. Now it doesn't have every single variety, but it's got a lot. And now it shows you like the first, Indian head penny. It shows you what to look for in different conditions. It's like a G4, no liberty is visible. It doesn't show you everything you need to know, but you'll see that like, oh, if you can read the letters and everything else is kind of okay in the penny, then it's at least probably like very good to find, So it shows you a lot of cool stuff. It's got all sorts of coins. You got 3-cent pieces, 2-cent pieces, all this good stuff. All these different examples, the different mints. O for New Orleans, different and prices. So, if someone's trying to sell you a coin and it's out of this world, the price, and you can go to this book if you have it and be like, yo, you're asking way too much money. But then again, they're the seller, you don't have to buy it. So, and it shows you examples, here we go, of what like a proof coin would look like. So this is what a proof 3-cent piece looks like. I absolutely love the 3-cent pieces. I love the designs. I think they're awesome. I think they're hard to come by, and not very many of them were made. Seeing like millions or hundreds of thousands, believe it or not, that's not a lot. So I think that's pretty sweet. I think this is a really good book. Every coin collector or metal collector should have this. So we'll get into the three-legged buffalo, right? So, 1937D three-legged buffalo, right? And you can see no leg here, and there's actually, it's known as like the piss mark, or there's like basically a little mark that comes from right here to there in the 3-cent buffalo. I actually have one. I don't have it out though, but you can kind of see it right here, and it goes from like that area, I'm talking about, to that leg, and it makes this little stream basically. So this is a great book to have. It has all sorts of errors or varieties. It's a fantastic book. Also, so you get into half dollars. It gets into gold too, and It's got Morgan dollars. That's probably the page I spend the most time on. What it doesn't really show you is pictures of different grades. So the Mega Red, or the Mega Book or whatever, it'll show you kind of a few examples of different grades. So that'll help. But there's different books or different websites you can go to, like the Coin Help for You, I think it is, website. He's got grades for like every single coin from like VG1 sometimes, or not VG, so good 1 or AG1 to like mint state 70 for some coins. And it'll show you what a coin will look like in, like, if I have a Morgan dollar and it's like MS60 or like AU50, he'll show you examples of what that is. That way you could come to this book and price it, be like, okay, I have this coin here, for example, 1921. Here, we'll go to 1921. There we go. 1921, right? And here's the coin. Basically what I could do is I could take this coin, go to a website, right? Look at my coin and look at pictures of, say, of different grades and kind of determine for myself, because anyone could grade coins. And I can be like, okay, for example, this coin is AU58. I'm not saying that it is. I have to go look and see. But it's a really nice coin. It's never been cleaned. It's got lots of full detail, a few scratches, you know, here or there. So maybe it's like AU58, MS60, 1920. And then you could come to this book. So let's see. And it's Philadelphia minted, no mint mark. So 1920, 21 I mean. MS60, okay, $38, right? So here we go. You just go down the line. MS60, right here, $38, right? And if it's a mint state, 63, kind of jumps up $10. But most people, I mean, unless it's from a coin shop, you might get that price, but most people price it a little bit over, especially if they're on eBay, because they got to have the eBay fees and everything. But this is a really good way to determine the price of your coin, and just a real quick reference guide, because I could be like, oh, look, say I'm at a coin shop, right? And I see I want to buy a 1904S coin. I'm like, why is it $80? And then you can see, look, there was 2.3 million 1904S Morgan dollars made, right? And not that many in that good of condition, or maybe a lot of them were melted down. So it shows that, oh, 44 million of these were made. That's why it's $28. But only 2,300,000 of these ones were made. That's why it's so much more expensive, right? And you can see that here as well. Only 1.2 million were made of the 1903S. So in a very fine 20, it's going to cost you that much money. So it's really good for mintages, and it shows you a little bit of history. So like, here's the piece dollar history, you know. Here is the Morgan dollar history, and it talks about 270 million coins being melted down because of the Pittman Act of 1918. Here's the other information in case you want to read it. So it's a really good and resourceful book. Here, another example. You got an error coin, 87. The 7 is over a 6. So we'll go to that. 87, the 7 over 6, for about $50 in very fine 20. You know, when you get into higher mint states, it's worth a lot of money. So it's a good guide to kind of get an idea of what your coin is worth, why it's worth that much, and how many were made. Because these numbers, you know, they're not wrong, because they know how many were made. So any book or reference will tell you that. So it's really good to have, and it's small. It's great, and it's not too expensive. I hope you guys enjoyed.